There's a good chance your job pays for your gym and the app you open to get in. It's run by a company from São Paulo, not a US wellness startup, a Brazilian one. You've probably never heard its name, but your HR department signed the contract. Here's the strange part. Brazil did not invent the gym. Brazil did not invent corporate wellness. America did both. And yet the company that tied it all together is Brazilian. This is the story of how. Let's start with what this thing actually is. It's called Wellhub. Until 2024, it was called Gympass. And it is not a gym. It doesn't own a single treadmill. What it owns is the layer in the middle. Your employer pays a subscription. You get one app, and that app lets you into more than 50,000 places. Gyms, studios, yoga, boxing, pool, plus meditation apps, therapy, sleep, nutrition, one login. Thousands of doors. You never buy a membership. You never sign a 12-month contract. Your company just turns it on, and suddenly the whole city's fitness is a menu. Now, why does this matter to someone in Ohio or London? Because you might already be using it. 22,000 companies pay for it. Oracle, ByteDance, a giant US hospital network. Over 3.5 million employees are on it. And most of them think it's just the gym thing at work. So how did a company from Brazil end up running your benefit? This is where it gets good. Because Wellhub did not start with a brilliant idea, it started as a copy. Back in 2012, a Brazilian named Cesar Carvalho was at Harvard. He traveled constantly and couldn't keep a workout going. Dropping gym fees were brutal, contracts were long. Meanwhile, gyms sat half empty at 2 p.m. So he copied the hot US startup of the moment, ClassPass. Pay one fee, hop between gyms, same idea, straight lift. And it did not work. Selling to individuals is a nightmare. It costs a fortune to get each customer. And they quit in a few months. The copy was dying. Then came the pivot that changed everything. A company asked, can we just buy this in bulk for our staff? And that one question flipped the entire model. Stop selling to people. Sell to their employers. Think about what that does. The employer becomes the payer. The employer becomes the distribution channel. And the employer becomes the reason you don't quit. One move solves the 3 problems that were killing the company. Now it's not an app, it's a marketplace with 3 sides. On one side, the employer writing the check. In the middle, the employee picking where to go. On the other side, the gym. And here's the beautiful part for the gym. That empty treadmill at 2 p.m. is pure loss. Nobody's paying for it. Wellhub fills it with a check-in that would never have existed. By the company's own numbers, 90% of those users are brand new customers. People who'd never have walked in and signed up. The gym monetizes its dead hours. Everybody in the triangle wins a little. And notice what this is. This is not a Brazilian invention. It's a Brazilian reassembly. America built all the pieces. Brazil bolted them onto the right side of the market, the employer. Now watch it scale. In 2019, SoftBank walked in. $300 million. The company crossed $1 billion in value, a unicorn. By 2023, it was valued around $2.4 billion. In 2024, it dropped the name Gympass and became Wellhub, and it moved its center of gravity to New York City. A company born in São Paulo now runs its empire from Manhattan. Next stop, an American IPO. Step back and see what actually got exported here. Brazil is famous for shipping raw stuff. Iron ore, coffee, soybeans, pulp. We dig it up, someone else adds the value. On this channel, we keep hitting the same wall. Brazil owns the rock. America owns the product. This is the opposite. Wellhub has no rock. It has almost no marginal cost. What it exported is software and a distribution layer. The highest margin thing a country can sell. If it reminds you of anything, it should be the last one. 3 Brazilians who bought America's beer and burgers. They didn't export a product either, they exported a method. This is the same instinct one layer up. Export the model, own the middle, let everyone else own the treadmills. But I promised you the honest version. So here it is. First, they didn't invent this. They copied and re-aimed it. Credit where it's due, not more. Second, the whole pitch rests on ROI that's hard to prove. The company says $1.50 back for every dollar. That's their number, not an independent one. Third, this benefit lives and dies with corporate budgets. When the economy tightens, wellness perks get cut first. Fourth, it's the benefit people sign up for and then don't use. A gym you never visit is just a line on a spreadsheet. Fifth, it's a health-adjacent platform wired straight to your employer. Think about who sees what. And finally, the valuation has basically sat still since 2023. The IPO keeps getting talked about, not filed. So this is a great story with a real question mark on the last page. But strip all that away and the lesson stands. The most valuable thing Brazil exported here was not a product. It was not a resource. It was a position, the layer in the middle. Coffee taught us the grower rarely owns the cup. Lithium taught us the miner rarely owns the battery. Here, the Brazilian owns the layer, not the raw material. And the layer is where the money is. So, next time your company hands you a gym benefit, open the app and look at who built the road you're standing on. There's a decent chance it runs through São Paulo. The gym isn't the business, the middle is the business. That's the whole game.